Have you ever wondered who was the man that dared to challenge the mighty Roman Empire in its prime? This man was none other than Hannibal Barca, the Carthaginian general who defied Rome's supremacy. Born in the prosperous city of Carthage, known for its remarkable naval power and wealth, Hannibal was the son of Hamilcar Barca, a respected statesman and military leader. From an early age, Hannibal's father instilled in him a deep-seated hatred for Rome, a sentiment that would fuel his military campaigns later in life. Raised amidst the grandeur of Carthage and under the stern gaze of his father, Hannibal's upbringing was anything but ordinary. It was an upbringing carefully designed to create a warrior, a leader who would dare to stand against the most powerful empire of the time. Hannibal Barca, a name that would strike fear in the hearts of Rome, was just getting started. Imagine being a young boy swearing an oath of lifelong enmity against one of the most powerful empires of the time. This was the reality for Hannibal Barca, who, at the tender age of 9, pledged eternal hostility towards Rome, marking the start of a lifelong pursuit. Following the death of his father, Hamilcar Barca, and his elder brother, Hasdrubal, Hannibal ascended to power. He was in his mid-20s, young and inexperienced, yet brimming with determination and strategic acumen. His father's teachings had stoked the fires of his ambition, and the oath he'd taken as a child became the cornerstone of his life. His rise to power was marked by successful military campaigns, notably in Spain. His strategic brilliance and relentless courage led to victories that expanded Carthaginian control, earning him a reputation as a formidable leader. With Spain under his control, Hannibal was ready to turn his eyes to the real prize, Rome. What would you say if someone planned to cross the formidable Alps with a massive army and war elephants? Well, that's exactly what Hannibal Barca, the Carthaginian general, decided to do. Considered one of the boldest moves in military history, Hannibal's audacious decision to cross the Alps to invade Italy was a strategic masterstroke. The crossing was far from easy though. Winter had set in, and the icy conditions took a heavy toll on the men and the animals. Avalanches, rockfalls, and hostile mountain tribes added to the perils. The treacherous terrain and extreme cold led to the loss of thousands of soldiers. Even the mighty war elephants, symbols of Carthaginian might, were not spared, with many succumbing to the harsh conditions. Yet, the Carthaginian general pressed on, his determination unyielding. He ingeniously used vinegar and fire to break through a rock blockade, showcasing his resourcefulness amidst adversity. Meanwhile in Italy, the Romans were expecting Hannibal to arrive via the sea, the usual route of invasion. They were caught off guard when Hannibal and his remaining forces emerged from the snow-clad peaks, ready to challenge the Roman Republic. The element of surprise was now on Hannibal's side. His daring move had not only caught the Romans off guard but also boosted the morale of his own troops. Despite the hardships, Hannibal emerged from the Alps, a feat that cemented his place as one of history's greatest military strategists. Against all odds, Hannibal had made it to Italy, but could he stand against the might of the Roman legions? In the winter of 218 BCE, Hannibal met the Roman legions on the battlefield for the first time at Trebia. Here, he employed a brilliant tactic, using a hidden detachment of cavalry to attack the Romans from behind. This led to a crushing defeat for the Romans and set the tone for the battles to come. Next, at Lake Trasimene in 217 BCE, Hannibal showcased his understanding of terrain and deceptive strategies. He lured the Romans into a trap, using the foggy conditions and the lake's narrow path to his advantage. The Romans, unprepared and disoriented, were annihilated. However, the crowning jewel of Hannibal's military career came in 216 BCE at the Battle of Cannae. Hannibal, with an army half the size of the Romans, executed a double envelopment tactic, a first in the annals of military history. This maneuver encircled and obliterated the Roman legions, resulting in a catastrophic loss for Rome. These battles weren't just victories, they were masterclasses in strategic warfare. Hannibal's use of terrain, weather, and innovative tactics not only defeated the Romans but left them scrambling to understand how they'd been outsmarted by an enemy they considered inferior. Hannibal's victories in Italy left Rome reeling, proving his military genius time and again. Even the greatest of generals can fall, but how did it come to pass for Hannibal? Hannibal's downfall began in 202 BC at the Battle of Zama. It was here, in modern-day Tunisia, that Hannibal met his nemesis, Scipio Africanus of Rome. Despite his tactical brilliance, Hannibal was defeated. His elephants, usually a formidable force, were turned back into his own lines, causing chaos among his troops. The Roman legions seized this opportunity and emerged victorious. After this defeat, Hannibal turned to politics, becoming a statesman in his native Carthage. His political career was marked by reform and a push towards democracy, as he sought to reduce the power of the aristocracy. Yet, his efforts were met with resistance. The old aristocratic order, threatened by his popularity, conspired against him. Accused of treason, Hannibal was forced to flee, spending his last years in exile. In his final act of defiance against Rome, Hannibal chose to take his own life rather than fall into Roman hands. It was a tragic end to a life that had been marked by brilliance and ambition, a life that had challenged the might of Rome like no other. But Hannibal's story didn't end with his death. His legacy lived on, his military strategy studied and admired by future generations of generals. His audacious crossing of the Alps, his tactical use of elephants, his envelopment strategy at Cannae, these feats continue to be a source of inspiration and awe. What's more, Hannibal's impact extends beyond the battlefield. His life and career have been the subject of countless books, films, and works of art. His name has become synonymous with military genius and daring. In the end, Hannibal's fall was not a testament to his weaknesses, but rather a testament to his strength. It was a testament to a man who dared to challenge the most powerful empire of his time, who dared to dream big even in the face of overwhelming odds. Though Hannibal ultimately fell to Rome, his tactical genius continues to inspire military strategists today, cementing his place as one of history's most respected and feared generals.